This right next to me is the Mazda CX-5, and it's been on sale in Australia for a couple of years now, but it is still one of the top medium-sized SUVs in its category. And unlike some of its main rivals, like the Toyota RAV4, you don't need to wait months to receive one. So in this review, I will be telling you everything you need to know about it. First, a brief overview on its model range, pricing, and options. Then we're going to move on to the design, its interior, the technology, its practicality, the powertrain, and then of course, I'm going to drive it. Let's start the video talking about a brief overview about the CX-5. So this is the type of vehicle that you're going to compare with the Toyota RAV4, along with the Kia Sportage and the Mitsubishi Outlander. And the CX-5 is available in 5 different model grades, along with 3 powertrain options, along with front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive, which varies depending on the model grade you go for. And in this video, we are specifically going to look at the touring grade, which is priced from just under $45,000 before on-road costs. And this variant is equipped with the G25 non-turbo petrol engine, along with all-wheel drive. And in relation to options, there are 9 colours to pick from, and 5 of them will set you back just under $800, and the other 4 are a no-cost option. Okay, let's now move on to the design. So the colour of this example is finished off in internal blue, and in relation to its key features, up the front you have LED headlights with the automatic on and off function, along with Mazda's signature illumination, and looking lower down you have a gloss black radiator grille with a chrome strip down the bottom, as well as plastic body cladding on the lower section of the bumper bar. And moving towards the side view of the CX-5, specific to the Touring, it sits on 19-inch alloy wheels that are gloss black and also complemented by this brushed aluminium, along with additional body cladding along the side as well. And in addition to that, you've also got chrome on the window surrounds. However, no privacy glass on this model grade. And moving towards the rear design of the CX-5, from the back it features part LED tail lights with halogen bulbs for the indicators and reversing lights, and down the bottom you have more of that black plastic body cladding along with 2 chrome exhaust pipes. And lastly, styling is subjective, so write down your feedback of what you guys think of the overall design of the CX-5, but for now I'm going to move on to the interior. Let's now move on to the cabin. So before you climb inside, you have push button start along with a remote key, and specific to the Touring, it also features advanced keyless entry. And considering the CX-5 has been on sale for a couple of years now, I've got to say the interior has aged gracefully. It still looks and feels very premium. And there are some nice elements like these silver air conditioning vents, along with this gloss black in the center. And there is also a free spoke leather wrap steering wheel that also feels very nice to grip onto. On the top surfaces, that all feels soft and squidgy, even where you rest your elbow and along the side. And on the top surfaces of the dashboard, again soft and squidgy, and you've also got a soft touch armrest. And down the bottom, whilst it does get a bit durable, it still feels very nice. And in relation to comfort, it has dual zone climate control, and the seats themselves are finished off in Maztex upholstery, which is specific to the Touring grade, and they both offer plenty of manual adjustment, and the steering also offers manual tilt and reach adjustment. But I still think if you want additional comfort, then it is worth stepping up to the GTSP, which I think is the sweet spot in the range. And on MY 2024 models, it does receive a touchscreen. However, this is a late build 2023, so it does not have that feature. So therefore, all of its functions are controlled via the rotary dial. And in relation to its key features, it has FM, AM and DAB, along with Bluetooth and USB connectivity, satellite navigation with 3D mapping, voice recognition and a 6-speaker sound system. It also features wireless Apple CarPlay along with Android Auto, and this is what it looks like on the widescreen. So very fast and responsive. And in relation to safety, it has a reversing camera with parking guidelines, along with front and rear parking sensors, a rear cross traffic alert, blind spot monitoring, lane departure warning with a lane keeping assistant, driver attention alert, traffic sign recognition, autonomous emergency braking, and adaptive cruise control with stop and go. And right in front of me is a part analog, part digital instrument cluster with a 7-inch screen. And overall it is slightly configurable in terms of the menu layout, so you can change what you want displayed in your vision. And on the windscreen there is a heads-up display showing speed sign recognition, as well as driver assistance. And lastly, moving on to storage. So specific to the Touring, it receives wireless phone charging, and towards the center there are 2 small cup holders that could fit small bottles of water, along with a 12-volt socket. And for the center console, that goes down pretty deep and also reveals a little coin tray, a 12-volt socket and 2 USB-C charging ports. And on the doors, decent door bin storage that could also fit a litre of water. And you've also got a decent sized glove box that fits the owner's manual. And up the top here, you have a sunglasses holder. Let's now move on to the back seats inside the CX-5. So I'm a full-size adult, 5'9", and as you can see, if I sit up straight, I've got a decent amount of headroom as well as decent knee room and toe room. But just keep in mind that if your driver is quite tall, knee room will be impaired, so that means the CX-5 isn't as spacious like in some other rivals. And in relation to other key features, you have directional air vents in the centre, along with some map pockets behind the front seats and decent door bin storage that could fit a litre of water. There is also a fold down armrest with 2 small cup holders, along with a device holder, and there's also storage in the centre, revealing a USB-C port. And lastly, for baby seats, these 2 outboard seats are ISOFIX compatible, and right behind me there are 3 top tether points. Okay, moving on to the boot space. So if I just lift up this tailgate, as you can see, it has a nice wide opening, including a flat load bay and 438 litres of boot capacity. And that means it's big enough for a couple of carry-on suitcases. And in addition to its key features, on either side there are some storage slots along with tie-down points, and there is also a reversible bottom floor as well, and underneath the floor a space saver spare tyre. And using the levers on either side, you can quite easily drop the second row, and they do fold down in a 40-20-40 split, revealing just over 1,300 litres. Let's now move on to the powertrain. So under the bonnet features a 2.5 litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder petrol engine, which Mazda refers as the G25, and it is paired to a 6-speed automatic torque converter gearbox along with all-wheel drive traction. And as you can see on the screen, I've added in all the key specifications about this powertrain. So with all that out of the way, let's now take it out for a drive. Let's now move on to the driving impressions, starting off with visibility. I can clearly see what's in front of me. I've also got good side vision, decent side mirrors, and great vision at the back as well. So how does the CX-5 perform at lower speeds? Well, in terms of refinement, the ride isn't too soft, it isn't too firm, it has a nice balance. You do feel some of the sharp edges, so it isn't as refined as you want it to be. But in terms of its sporty characteristics, dynamically, I would definitely describe this as a driver's car medium SUV. So if you are a car enthusiast, you will appreciate that it has good steering. It's nice and light, so it's easy to maneuver, but it's also quite responsive. And being equipped with the G25 engine, it does have a lot more power and punch compared to the G20 engine, and it is equipped with all-wheel drive opposed to front-wheel drive, so that helps with added traction. You could also change the drive modes: off-road, normal, and sport. Sport, it is a little bit more responsive. However, the acceleration with this G25 engine, at lower speeds, of course, it gets up and goes, but if you do want the best driving experience, I would definitely go for the G35 engine, which is the turbocharged 4-cylinder. And in relation to fuel consumption, specific to the G25 equipped with all-wheel drive, Mazda claims this can achieve 7.4 litres per 100, whereas I've achieved 9.3 litres per 100, which isn't bad, but it isn't great compared with the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. So overall, fantastic driving impressions. The ride quality is a little bit firm and it's quite thirsty around town, but other than that, pretty good SUV. So what is my final verdict on the Mazda CX-5? Well, compared to some of its key rivals, it isn't as fuel efficient nor as spacious in the back, and in some areas specific to its technology, it isn't as up to date. However, as a driver's car, the CX-5 I think is still the best medium SUV to pick from, especially if you go for the GTSP with the turbocharged engine, which I think is the sweet spot out of the range, and it still also features an upmarket interior. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And if you do get value from this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more of my car related content, and I will see you in the next film. Thanks for watching.